Welcome to OCG Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. So, I'm Cool40 here. We're going to be talking about Frightfur and some Dragma shenanigans today, honestly. Remember, due to the little crush card thing, there's still OCG tournaments going on. They're having more tournaments than we actually are right now, which is kind of surprising, and they've got it pretty bad right now as we do. But they recently got Rise of the Duelist, which means, Frightfur support. Now, one thing I don't like about this list, a lot of the lists are able to produce 2 whales, then you use the 2 whales to make the true king of all calamities. Alright? We're not going down this path. I don't know if he just didn't think about it or if it's just too much work depending on the hand. But I think that that's one major thing that most builds in America, at least looking at the future support, are looking to do, is abusing the true king of all calamities at this point. So, but Frightfur got some interesting new toys. One of them is the Edge Imp Scythe. So during your opponent's main phase, quick effect, you're going to reveal this card in your hand. Fusion summon 1 Frightfur fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field, including this card as fusion material. Alright, and then it also has the clause of, if your Frightfur fusion monsters you control will be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead, which actually has synergy with what you're going to attempt to do with the whale. So it's 1 Edge Imp monster plus 1 Fluffal monster, okay? If this card is fusion summoned, you can destroy 2 cards, 1 each, on each side of the field. So basically, if you're going first or going second, you can pop your whale. Well, thankfully, the Imp Scythe here will basically protect your whale. And once per turn quick effect, you can target 1 fusion monster you control, send 1 Frightfur card from your extra deck or deck to the graveyard, except for whale, and if you do, the targeted monster gains attack equal to half its original attack until the end of the turn. Mill and get an attack increase? That's pretty good for what they would say for this. Also, we got Frightfur Repair. So you can target 1 Frightfur fusion monster in your graveyard, return it to the extra deck, and then you can special summon 1 Fluffal or Edge Imp monster from your graveyard. You can banish this card from your graveyard to special summon 1 Fluffal or 1 Edge Imp monster from your hand. You can only use 1 Frightfur effect per turn, and only once that turn. So they don't want you to be able to drop this down, trigger both effects, and just blow your opponent out of the water. Alright, like, that's not really fair. And then we also got this new little thing. So you can target 1 toy vendor in your graveyard, set it to your field. And if you do, send 1 Edge Imp Sabers or 1 Fluffal monster from your deck to the graveyard. This card is sent to the graveyard as material for a fusion summon. You can shuffle 1 of your polymerization spell cards or fusion spells that is banished or in your graveyard into the deck. This card is a literal value town for Fluffal Frightfur. So, we have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. We have triple copies of the Edge Imp Chain. You guys know how good this card actually is. We have 1 copy of the Edge Imp Sabers. And we have 2 copies of the Edge Imp Scythe. And then we also have 2 copies of Fluffal Bear, 1 copy of Fluffal Cat, triple copies of Dog, 1 copy of Fluffal Dolphin, 1 Fluffal Owl, 2 copies of the Fluffal Penguin, so cute, 1 Sheep, and 2 copies of Wings. So Wings kind of being that 2 of the way it looks here. Then we have triple copies of Max C, and then we have spells, 2 copies of Foolish Bro Goods, 1 Frightfur Fusion, triple copies of Patchwork, 1 Repair, 1 Feather Duster, triple polymerization, then we have 2 super polys here, and then triple copies of Toy Vendor, wrapping up the main deck. All in all, that's pretty well rounded for the main deck for ratios. Down here in the extra deck, we have 1 Almirage, 1 Anaconda, 1 Starving Venom, and 1 Mudragon, 1 copy of Wolf, 2 copies of the Whale, 2 copies of Tiger, 1 copy of Sheeple, triple Sabertooth, and 2 copies of Kraken. Side here we have 2 copies of Pankratops, triple copies of Gamma Seal, triple copies of Book of Eclipse, and then we have the tech choice of the year here for the side deck for this deck, D-Fusion. You literally get to split apart any fusion monster. It's a quick play. You can use it on your own stuff and then refuse. This is interesting levels of synergy here. I don't know if I really was prepared to see in today's deck choices, but some overall general interesting synergy going forward here. We have triple copies of Infinite Permanence and 2 copies of Red Reboot, wrapping up your Frightfur Sheeple deck. Alright, next up, we have Dragma Magical Musketeer. Now, interesting enough, we've seen Magical Musketeer Eldlich in the TCG. All this deck needed was a splashable engine, and it got to do things. And now, with Ecclesia in the Fleur de Lis, we got that. Alright? Maybe not on the level that we meant it to be, but that little rounded extra bit of increase here basically allows this deck more control. I mean, 2 control archetypes go together, make brr. So we have 1 copy of Ecclesia, Special Summon Searcher, 2 copies of the Fleur de Lis, the Dragma Knight, then of course triple copies of Caspar, triple copies of Doc, triple copies of Kid Brave, and then we have triple copies of Starfire. Alright, and then we have 2 copies of Disciple of Nadir. Honestly, you don't need to max out on this. I think that this is literally perfect. You have 3 targets. We have 1 Feather Duster, triple copies of the Cross Domination, triple copies of Ties of the Brethren, combo enabler, triple copies of Upstart Goblin. This is literally the reason why this deck gets a chance to do so well in the OCG. 3 of them things. Alright. We have 1 copy of Dragma Punishment, triple copies of Infinite Permanence, 1 Crooked Crown, 2 Dancing Needle, triple Desperado, and triple copies of Last Stand, wrapping up your main deck here. Down here in the extra deck, we have 1 Trisbania, 1 Security Dragon, 1 Ningrisu, triple Max, 1 Unicorn, 1 Phoenix, 1 Cerberus, 2 of the Hip Hoshigan, 1 Axis Kotaku, 1 Omega, 1 the Incineration Dragon. Then we have 1 Elder Entity Ints. And then we have 1 Archfiend Eccentric, triple Drone Lockbird, triple Maxi, and then that ever so lovely Forbidden Droplet card. This card literally has revolutionized side decking here in the game. Such a powerful card, devastates the game because your opponent can't respond to it. This is literally the level of support that we needed to make rogue archetypes able to kind of play the game now. We have 2 Lightning Storm, 1 Fiendish Deal, and 2 copies of Red Reboot, wrapping up Dragma Magical Musket. Our last deck here is Dragun Eldlich. Oh man, I hope you guys are ready to see this deck come to the TCG here in the near future. Red Eyes Fusion. So you literally do standard Eldlich plays, much like you would assume that you would, and then you get Mr. Dragoon of the Red at the end of the combo. It's so stupid good that it's insane. It's so much value. With triple copies of Ash Blossom, Enjoy Spring, triple copies of Effect Veiler, triple copies of the Golden Boy himself. Oh, and by the way, the OCG still has Grinder Golem with the Searcher for him, so it's still like you're playing 4 copies of him. We have triple copies of Jet Synchron, triple copies of Max C, 1 Olion, 1 Dark Magician, and 1 Red Eyes, wrapping up the monsters. Spells triple Call by the Grave, triple copies of Cursed Eldland, triple copies of Mastery, triple copies of Eldlich Black Awakening, 1 Red Eyes Fusion, with triple Conquistador, triple Sanguine, 1 Golden Land Forever, and the thing that makes this variant just over the top for me is the triple copies of Skill Drain. Freaking-sane. The TCG can never get this card back at maximum numbers. We have 1 Security Dragon, 1 Saruja, 1 Anaconda, 1 Link Karibo, 1 Link Ross, 1 Link Spider, 1 IP Masquerena, 1 Halifibrax, 1 Akashic, and 1 Access Kotaker. We also have 1 Martial Metal, 1 Formula, 1 Amatrix, 1 Borderlord Savage, and 1 Dragoon of Red Eyes. Side deck here with 2 Nibiru, triple Gamma, 1 Driver, 2 copies of Crossout Detonator, 1 Feather Duster, triple Lightning Storm, 1 Imperial Order, and 2 copies of Red Reboot, wrapping up your OCG Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, tomorrow's Market Watch. Over the weekend, we'll have some interesting stuff. I'm not really quite sure what we're doing just yet, But we'll figure that out. So guys, have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you guys later at 11 for the next video. Peace out. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCole40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCole40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcolegames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.